Breaking news. Sowore rejects food, begins hunger strike as police deny him access to books. My people, we brought you up to date. By the way, Happy New Year. It's a wonderful time to be alive. And we sincerely really appreciate your wonderful support. God bless you. My dear, it's Omoyele Sowore. We brought you up to date that on New Year's Eve, why various people all over the country, we are engaged in one activity or the other in crossing over from one year to the other. Omoyele Sowore organized a protest which was hijacked by Nigerian police who took him in custody and my dear, the guy has been denied valuables that he needed, especially books, just to refresh his mind. And this has led to something else. So the guy is on hunger strike now. We hope he does not die in Nigerian police hands. Let's understand all that is going on. He vowed not to eat any food unless the police allow him to have access to his books. Human rights activist Omoyele Sowore has commenced hunger strike in police detention as he rejects all foods and clothes taken to him by his family. This was due to the refusal of the police to allow the relative of the activist who has brought some of his books to him in custody to be given to him. Injured Sowore in custody of the Nigerian police had asked one of his brothers to bring his books for him to read and refresh his mind. But he was prevented from taking the books inside. The actions compelled the activist to reject the foods, clothes, and other items that were brought for him. He vowed not to eat any of the food unless the police allow him to have access to his books. He said, I cannot feed my stomach when I haven't fed my brain. Also, his colleagues who were arrested alongside him have joined in the hunger strike. Sowore and the others were arrested while embarking on a procession to enter the new year. It will be recalled that Sowore had earlier been arrested on August the 3rd, 2019 in Lagos by the Department of State Service. Nigerian domestic intelligence agencies with the history of repression. He was moved to the agency headquarters in Abuja, where he was illegally detained for 144 days, despite different court order for his release. The DSS accused Sowore of baseless crimes like money laundering. The security agencies claim he was plotting to overthrow President Muhammadu Buhari, even though it failed to produce evidences to sustain its claim. He was subsequently rearranged for trial but had pleaded not guilty. The activist and journalist was granted bail in November 2020, but part of the conditions was restricted him to Abuja alone. As it is, he cannot travel out of Abuja at the moment. He's been in Abuja all along. On the New Year's Eve, he had sent out messages on different social media platforms asking that those who want to organize or be a part of a protest should come out with candlelight and placards. And before they got there, they were already being awaited by the Nigerian police, who went ahead and apprehended them. As it stands, Omoyele Sowore is still in police custody and have not eaten. Today is January the 2nd. So my people, this is what is happening to our very own brother Omoyele Sowore. Sowore, like you heard the news, organized a protest and said, enough is enough. Let us protest against bad government. And everyone who is ready should come out with a candlelight. And also to protest on what happened with NSAS. You know, he was lending his voice to support those who are still in police detention, accounts being frozen and what have you. And what happened was that while these messages were circulating on social media, Nigerian police were getting ready to arrest them so that as soon as they showed up in the said venue, the police were already there, they apprehended them and they carried them away. Carried them away forcefully and, they were injured, not just himself and those with him. While people were, some in the church, some different places, praying and preparing to go into the new year. However, Sowore and those who came out to protest against bad governance were in detention. While in detention, his family members have come to give him some clothes, food, but he requested for books, like you heard. These books were brought by his brother, but guess what? They were denied to be given to him. And he said, why? No reason was given why he's been refused, the books. And so he said, you know what? I cannot feed my tummy when I have not fed my brain. He has embarked on a hunger strike. Recall that when this all started initially, the Americans were the ones who wrote to Muhammadu Buhari's government saying, you have no rule for law, no regards for what is supposed to be. Has the court not said this man should be freed? Why is this immediately the attorney general that is very, I don't want to, is not, today is not his news, so I don't want to even go to that guy. The attorney general and the rest of them, quickly they started saying they granted him pardon and they obeyed the Americans, blah, 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 different statement coming from left, right, and center, everybody trying to cover their track, and that was how he was released. They kept him in police detention, and he has been when the Americans sent that message, he was either released. However, they said he cannot leave Abuja. So that's the condition. And if he leaves Abuja, it will look like why they carry out investigation. Trust me, no investigation is going on. Remember that his family is in America. His wife was the one who was pursuing it, going to Congress and letting them know that this was what was going on in Nigeria. So for the fact that they said he cannot leave until the matter is investigated is another serious issue for concern, because how long does it take you to investigate a matter? Meaning that he cannot go and visit his family, his wife and children, they've not seen. I guess they've only been speaking on the phone. As it is, he cannot even travel. He can't even travel because, it is what it is. He can't travel. So these were some of the things that happened, and Omoyele Sowore was detained. However, it has happened again. It has happened again. The guy is in police detention as we speak. It has happened again. And a lot is going on in our country where the government of Muhammadu Buhari feels so threatened. If you do well, I don't think you should be threatened. If you are doing very well, oh yes, you should not feel threatened by anybody. You should be able to go about and know that, yes, I'm doing well. And there are even the citizens will be the one to say you go nowhere. So leave us a comment. Let's hear your thoughts on what is going on with Omoyele Sowore. God bless you. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Bye for now.